All right, so we're on to page 2. We need to solve the equation and check our answers, okay? So if I square both sides, the opposite of square rooting is to square. So these two will cancel, and I'm left with just whatever's inside. So I get x equals, and then 20 squared is 20 times 20, and that is 400. Now, let's check our answer. Does the square root of 400 equal 20? Yes. Over here, before I can square both sides, I need to remove the number outside of the radical. So we get -6. Oh, now, you guys, we could technically stop here because the square root of anything should not equal a negative number. Okay, here I want to square both sides, and we're left with x equals 3x minus 10. Again, what's inside doesn't change at all. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and we get -2x equals -10. Divide by -2, and we get that x is 5. Okay, let's check. Does the square root of 5 equal the square root of 15 minus 10? Yes, that is good. All right, here I do want to square both sides. We get x squared equals 10x plus 24. And I'm going to move everything to one side. Since I have both an x squared and an x term, I'm probably going to need to factor. I might be able to complete the square if it doesn't factor. So I'm going to subtract 10x to both sides and also 24 to both sides so that I get it where the x squared is positive. That's just easier for when I go to factor and solve. Now, 1 times -24 is -24. Two numbers that multiply that is -12 and 2, and they both add to -10. So we get x minus 12 and x plus 2. Now, if I come back and I divide by 1 because my leading coefficient was 1, that doesn't change anything. So I'm just going to erase that. Oops. So if we set these both equal to 0 and solve, I need to add 12 here, and I need to subtract 2 here. So I have two solutions. Let's go ahead and check both. So x equals 12, we'll check, and x equals -2, we'll check. So 12 equals the square root of 120 plus 24. Yes, that's fine. How about -2 equals the square root of -20 plus 24? Now, while this does equal the square root of 4 and the square root of 4 is 2, it cannot equal a -2. So because of this, we're actually going to say nope, no solution on that one, but x can be 12 because that checked out. Okay, last problem. The area, so I'm going to think immediately, length times width of a rectangle is 21 feet squared. Solve for x. So I don't need the lengths, I just need x. This is my width. This is my length, so I'm going to put the 3 out front, and I'm going to multiply it by 2x plus 1. And that's going to equal 21 because I have my length and my width multiplied to give me the area. Divide by 3, and we get the square root of 2x plus 1 is 7. I'm going to square both sides. And we get 2x plus 1 is now 49. Subtract 1. I'm going to come up here. 2x equals 48. Divide by 2, and we get that x equals 24. Now, if I plug 24 back in, I could check. 24 times 2 plus 1, that's square root of 48 plus 1, 49. That's 7. 7 times 3 is 21. We're good.